Hello YouTubes, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Today we are ranking all of the new Pokemon from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We're just going to tier this thing out. Excuse me for looking away, but I have the tier list over here on another monitor, so you're just going to have to deal with that. Let's get right into it. This is going to be a long one, I think. Actually, let me explain the tiers. We have S Strem tier for the Pokemon I like the absolute most in this generation. Next we have the A Awesome tier. We have the B tier, just normally I couldn't think of a B pun, sorry about that. We have the C Could Be Cooler tier. And we have the D Don't Really Like Them tier. So let's just pop these out. There's a ton of new Pokemon. Spoiler alert, I like a lot of them, but let's get right into it. Okay, what do we have? Sprigatito. I think Sprigatito, I didn't select it, and my rival didn't have it throughout the game, but I do think it's pretty awesome. I'm going to put it in the A tier. Florigato, man, this is already pretty hard. I think it's high A, possibly S. We'll figure that out a little later on. I think Meowscarada is just pretty mid. I think it's a B tier. Fuecoco, I think, is awesome. Crocolore, I think, is pretty mid. Actually, you know what? It could be cooler. It could be cooler. And Skeldurge, I think, is sadly pretty awesome. I do think it's pretty awesome. Next, we have my boy Quaxley. That's going up in the Strem tier. My start of the generation and my favorite of the three. Quaxwell, people are not going to agree with this. Roast me in the comments. I'm going S tier as well for Quaxwell. I love him. But you know what? Quaquaval, not really my bag. I think it could be cooler. C tier. Lechonk, I really liked when they first revealed this Pokemon. But in-game, it was pretty mid. I'm going to go B, just for the name alone. And the evolution, both of them, don't really like. I think this is the Dunsparce. People love this Mon too. I think C could be cooler. My expectations were very high for a Dunsparce evolution. Tarantula, however you say that, I think is pretty awesome. Now, I think it's B, and I think Spidops is awesome. Another maybe controversial pick there. Nimble, I think, is awesome, and Low Kicks, I think, is awesome. Possibly Strem tier. We'll go back to that. I think this is Relor. It's pretty mid. I'll go B. And then Rabska, I think, is like high B, but I'm not really ordering the tiers, so let's just put them in B tier. Greavard, actually my least favorite of the doggo Pokemon. Something about it in game didn't really jive with me. I'm gonna put it in Could Be Cooler. Same with Houndstooth or whatever that Pokemon is. Flittle, I don't really like Flittle. I'm gonna take a lot of heat for that, but I don't really like Flittle. I do think this Pokemon, Espathra, I do think it's alright. It's at least mid. Farigiraf, I don't know why I don't really like it. I straight up just do not really like Farigiraf. Wiglet is Strem tier. Wugtrio is awesome. Not quite as good as Wiglet. Little disappointing, but I think it's awesome. Dundozo, pretty cool in game, but doesn't do a lot for me design-wise. I'm going to go B. This thing, Vezela or whatever, I don't like it. D tier. Don't like. Okay, I guess this is Finizen and Palafin or whatever. I'm going to go Could Be Cooler for Finizen. Could Be Cooler for Palafin. But the hero form, that's a Strem tier, baby. S. S plus, maybe, if we had it. Smoliv, I think, is pretty cool mid. Dolliv, could be cooler. And Arbolivia is pretty mid as well. I'll throw it in the B tier there. Capsakid. I don't really like Capsakid. I'm going D. And this thing, I don't even remember its name. But it's our first grass fire type, so I'm going to respect it and put it in the B tier. Tadbulb. Actually, you know what? This thing's cute. I'm going B. Bellybolt, also B tier. B for Belly Bolt. Just make sure that didn't move around on you. Okay, perfect. Varoom. I like it. I think Varoom's awesome, and I think Revaroom is actually Strem awesome. S tier. Orthworm really grew on me throughout the game. I love it as a Titan. I had it on my team all the way through the Elite Four. I'm going to go awesome for this one. Tandemaus I really like. But both Mousehold forms are awesome. Mousehold is one of my fave Pokemon in this gen. Let's just make sure that's still on screen. Good. Citadel, very cute. Wish I had a C cute tier, but I don't, so I'm just going to chuck it in B. And Cititan I'll also chuck in B. All three forms of the pseudo legendaries next. I think this one's B. I think this one's awesome, and I think this one's awesome. None of them really hit S tier for me, but I haven't really used them a lot in battle yet, so we'll see if that changes later on. Now we have our three Sushimons. I think it's just awesome that they did a Sushimon, so I'll chuck. I don't really have a preference of the color or form, so we'll put that there. I think Cyclizar could be cooler. I don't really like Palmy. I don't really like Palmo. And I don't really like Pamat. Actually, I just think Palmok could be cooler. So I'll chuck them up in the C tier. Watrel and Kilowattrel. Really good regional birds. I think both of these are awesome. So I'm just going to chuck them up there. I think both of Watrel and Kilowattrel are really awesome for regional birds. But I think this Bombardier Pokemon could be cooler. I really like its ability and I want to use it in battle. But I think it could be cooler. Squawkabilly, I don't like any of them. I'm going to chuck all four forms down here. I know I'm going to get some Squawkabilly hate in the comments, but honestly, it needs like an evolution or something to interest me. Oops. Flamigo. Man, I did a Pokemon I don't like video, and I got a lot of hate for listing Flamigo in that video. Some people pointed things out that I actually missed about the Pokemon design, so I'm going to put it in B. I think it's serviceable now. Cloth. I used to really like Cloth. I don't anymore. I'm going to throw him in B. Knackley is cool. Knacklol or whatever is also cool. But I think this thing's awesome. What is it? Garganical? I really like that. Throwing it in the S tier. Both of these things, Glimmet and Glimmora, I think this Glimmet is an A tier. And I think Glimmora is actually a Strem tier, guys. That thing is crazy. Especially the way it animates in battle. Such a weird little Pokemon. Shroodle I don't really like. And Grafaiai could be cooler. I wish Grafaiai was cooler, guys. I really wish they made that Pokemon better. Oh wow, this is getting hard to see here, huh? Do I gotta make this smaller on screen? I think I might. That's crazy. Just a second. Okay. Okay, we're back. I kind of screwed that up. Next up is Fido and Doshkbun. Fido grew on me a lot while I was playing the game, honestly. I think I'm going to go awesome. No, B tier for Fido and S tier for Doshkbun. I really enjoyed using that thing on my team, and it's a powerhouse. Now, both Mastiff and Mabostiff are my two favorite of the doggo Pokemon these gens. I'm going to put Mastiff in awesome, and I'm going to put Mabostiff just for its role in the story. That's a Strem tier, baby. Let's do this. Alright, let's see what's up now. We have Bramblin and Bramblegast. I think Bramblin's a B tier, and I think Bramblegast is awesome. I think a Tumbleweed Pokemon is very cool. Just adjusting the screen here a little more for y'all so you can see it. Man, this tier list is out of control. There's so many Mons. Okay, Gimmighoul chess form. It could be cooler. I was going to say I don't really like it, but I think it has a lot of potential. I don't know. Gimmighoul roaming form I really like. I think is awesome. And the Gimmighoul evolution, I didn't even get this thing in my game yet, but I've seen videos of it. That's an S tier, baby. That's a Strem tier. That thing's sick. Really enjoy it. We have the Paradox forms now, starting with the Great Tusk Dawn Fan. I think this thing's awesome. Originally, I had it definitely S tier, but I don't know. Its cool factor has diminished the more I see it in game. The Amoonguss one. I don't know. Brute Bonnet, I think this is called. I'm just going to put it in the could be cooler tier. I think it could be cooler. So there it is. I think the Magneton one, Sandy Shocks, is pretty awesome. I think Screamtail is Strem tier, baby. Screamtail is one of my favorite Pokemon. I love Jigglypuff. Super glad it got a weird, cool form. I don't think it's going to be very strong competitively, but we'll see. And Fluttermane, let's just throw Fluttermane in the B tier. And let's adjust the screen again for y'all. Let's get wild out here. Okay, and we're back. Sorry, I had to adjust the screen. This thing's too big. I don't know what to do. It's too many Pokemon. Next up, we have the Volcarona form. I'm forgetting the name of it right now. I think it's going to be B. I'm not really that enamored by it, but Roaring Moon. I mean, it's pretty cliche to put this thing S tier, but it's cool as heck, man. Roaring Moon is an S tier. Next up, we have the Iron Treads. I don't know, B tier. Doesn't do much for me at all. The Volcarona Future Form. I haven't seen any of these in my game, so I might be a little lower on these than most people. But I'm going to put this in B. Iron Hands, though, appeals to me. It's going in awesome. Yeah, the Hydreigon one does nothing for me. Again, I haven't seen it in game much at all. B tier. The Tyranitar, though, going in A tier. And the Delibird going in A tier. Wow, we still got a long way to go here, huh? I'll show it all off at the end. It's just getting too big. It's getting too crazy, man. Okay, next up we have the Gallade Future Form, the Gallade Gardevoir one. I think it's pretty cool as well. Let's go awesome. Now we have the 4 sub-legendaries in this game. I've only really used 2 of them. The Moose one I think would be pretty cool, but I don't like the big thing on its head, so B. I love the Saber-Tooth Tiger. It's going in A, very close to S tier, but I think it's trying a little hard to be cool. So, awesome, fine. The Slug is going up in Strem tier, baby. This thing is Pog. I love the Slug, cool typing. I'm a big sucker for grass types, as is. And the Goldfish is pretty cool as well. I'm going awesome. I think they did a good job on these sub-legendaries. Koraidon is another Strem tier bucket. This guy is sick. Miraidon, I think, is awesome, but again, I haven't seen him much because I played through Scarlet. The Tink line, I think they're all awesome. Except for Tinkatuff, because that's NS tier, baby. Strem tier. The baby Armorogue, I think it could be cooler. I think it resembles Armorogue too much and not enough of Ceruledge. I don't know why it looks like that. It's C tier for me. Armorogue also could be cooler. Not a big fan, although I played Scarlet. I just think both of these mons, I think Ceruledge is passable and mid, but the reason I don't like them is because they're like so on the nose, cool guy, cool girl designs that they stick out too much to me. But here we have Toedscool and Toedscruel, which I know I'm a Gen 1er, it sucks, but these things are awesome. I like how they run around in game, it looks sick, I love the typing, great stuff. King Gambit, again, I think is awesome. I was never a huge Bisharp lover, but the way this thing evolves and how it looks in game, it looks incredible, and I bet it's going to be very strong as well. Same thing with Clodsire, great regional form. They really nailed the regional forms and evolutions in this game. I think that's awesome. And Annihilape, the last one on the list. Primeape is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. If you know me, this thing belongs in the Strem tier. Oh no, I lost it. Where did I drop it? Oh, right there. Okay, S tier, baby. All right, let's take a second. Let's take a second and full screen this if we can. How do I even do that? All right, have a gander. My Strem tier. These are the top boys. I'm not going to go through them all, but I will let you see it and admire. Let me know if you disagree in the comments. I know you probably do. I probably threw some of your least favorite Mons here down in the don't really like tier. I get it. It happens. But overall, I love this generation. I think it's one of the best Pokedexes they've ever released on release. Can't wait for DLC. Spoiler, loved this game. Check out my review. If you like this and agree with my opinion, subscribe, like the video. If you don't like it, subscribe, please. We're pushing to 1,000. We're trying to make it there by the end of the year. I love you guys very much. That's it for me. Peace.